My name is Jim Estes, and today I'm going to talk about a drill that I think is extremely important for the swing plane. So what I want you to do is, and this, by the way, is going to give you an instant understanding of exactly the feeling you want to have in the golf swing. Take a club. You can put a rod, alignment rod, in the grip, or I'm sorry, in the butt end of the golf club. Take the golf club, turn it like you're going to hold it, and then what I want you to do is take that club, put it right against your left hip, so you're holding both clubs here. Now you've got an alignment rod on the ground and a golf ball, and what I want you to do, getting into your good posture position, your weight over the arches, feel balanced. The insides of the heels are going to be about the width of your hips. Take a swing back, slow motion, and trace with that alignment rod the target line all the way up. The shaft should be parallel to your target line at the top, and then slowly coming down, trace the line. And do this in slow motion. Right into the impact position. So this is a great feedback tool, visual feedback tool for learning the proper swing plane. Go right to your impact position. I encourage you to do this drill in slow motion, and if you have 5 minutes a day, if you do this drill every day, I guarantee you're going to improve your golf swing. So again, I think you'll find this to be extremely helpful. JimEstesGolf.com if you have any questions. You have to interrupt that subconscious pattern. Alright, so setup-wise, you're going to slide your hands down your thighs till you reach the top of your knees and put your arms together under your shoulders. You want to stack your load-bearing joints so that the ball of the foot, the tip of the knee, the tip of the elbow, top of the spine are almost directly in a plumb line.
A little bit off there.
A little bit, but not too bad. So your weight should be centered over the arches of your feet. Unlock your knees, don't bend them. The grip end of the club should be hanging right under the shoulder socket.
A little bit far out?
A little bit. I think you're reaching a little bit, yep. I mean, you can move in maybe a quarter of an inch. The golf club shaft should point to your navel, belly button. And then the club should swing up the end.
If you have it any or an outie, does it matter?
Nope. Club goes a little underneath the plane, and the face is shut there. We call that shut when the club's pointed more at the ground. You can see that one's closed because of your grip. If you have too much rotation of the right hand to the right at address, you're going to close the face. And so it's a good backswing, but with the closed face, you're coming down a little underneath the plane, but again, a nice swing. Pretty good result. Pretty good swing. Your pelvis should remain stationary. It doesn't. Pretty normal. Most people will thrust the pelvis forward. Your backswing you don't. But in the forward swing, the pelvis comes in a little bit toward the ball, which again, that's a minor detail we won't worry about. I want you to get your grip more on top of it, not underneath.
Right.
And that'll take care of those hooks to the left. And then the other thing we talked about was your impact position, you can see at address the distance between the elbows is minimal, but by the time you hit the ball,
oh yeah,
there's quite a bit of separation of the arms, and that's where you get all your inconsistencies.
So we're trying to keep those together at the same time. Can you show me a video of that?
Yeah, sure. So, I got any number of guys I can put up here, but what you're going to see is the left arm and shaft are in a straight line. And what's interesting here is it's more the left arm. You can see how that left arm and shaft form a straight line.
Right.
The right arm is still bent there, you can see. As he finishes his swing, that right arm straightens, and you can see the full extension there. So this guy, everyone's build is a little different.
Right.
You know, he has more separation in between his arms. But on contact, he's going to make that lateral movement and then turn, and then you can see the handle's in front of the club head. You can see how the handle is in front of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You can see how the shaft is leaning forward. You can see how his right arm is in the process of straightening. So yeah, everyone's a little bit different, like I said.
It's interesting because, like, before I was seeing my driver.
If you look at this lady here, just
yeah,
a second.
She's pretty.
You can see her grip is much different than what you're doing.
Right.
You can see how her hands are more on top of the club. So, particularly with the grip, I mean, it'll take a little bit of practice, but you'll get it. But what you'll see here is she has a stationary pivot point for the most part. I mean, there is some slight movement here, but it's very minimal. The head moves a little bit. She makes the shift, and then as she comes into the ball, you'll see that left arm and shaft in a nice straight line condition there. And we shrink the picture a little bit. Make it a little smaller. You'll see the right arm after impact will straighten. And you can see that full extension through the ball. You can also see how the right hand works. The right hand rotates over subtly.
Right.
So yeah, you can see how much mobility she has. Tremendous rotational ability. You see how square that club face is on contact.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see how the left arm is pinned against the chest and there's full extension. You know, so I mean, those kind of movements you can practice in front of a mirror.
Right.
That's how you learn yoga. I mean,
right.
you learn your positions in front of a mirror to learn that, hey, am I actually doing what I think I'm doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so this is no different.
That's a bad swing, though, Jim.
Well,
a bad swing.